break due to my technical errors. However, it is now resolved. So no worries. This is part two of the live interview with Pouching Clerk Chris. If you guys are watching part two right now and you want to get caught up to speed on what we actually spoke on, please refer back to part one, where Christopher explains his pouching, also his journey before even becoming a clerk at the USPS, PSC, and all that good stuff. However, we're going to move forward with the interview. So, another thing I want to ask you is this, because I do know when we first met and you were a PSC, becoming regular was super important to you. And why was that? Because you were so gun ho on becoming regular.
I really was. Like, it's just the fact that, like, now I understand the fact of you having to come in and be a PSC. You can reap all the benefits, Um, I don't feel that it should take any longer than others to become regular. I think we should keep it fair all the way across the board if you really want to go there. But it just the more benefits. Like, I really wanted to invest in my future as far as my TSP. I wanted to, get the extra benefits that came with along with my health insurance as well. Um, it just you're it's the benefits that matter at the end of the day. Did I have health insurance when I was a PSC? Yes. Is it more cheaper now? Yeah, which is this is a great thing. Not many jobs have that opportunity to have the postal service or union or whoever pay a portion of your health insurance. So, and that's a major thing. And I encourage everybody to have health insurance if they don't. And just the time off aspect. Now we're going to be able to collect annual leave outside of just sick leave. So now as your regular, you're accumulating annual leave and sick leave. To give you more time off to be able to do things that you enjoy and to do. And be able to take time off for your life. Because you always got to put yourself first. So.
That is highly important. So, how do you feel? I feel like that's realistic in a sense, working there now in our era of working every day and basically not calling in.
I mean, to each his own. I mean, to each his own. If you want to surround yourself with work, because you may have a lot of things going on in your personal life. That's fine, though. But I mean, you have to take time for your mental health at the same time. So um, that means just who doesn't like have time to spend to themselves and be able to do things that they probably could do just off with 2 days out the week, though. You know what I'm saying? So um, I don't know. I encourage people to take time off for themselves, though. But if you just like a person that just wants to devote themselves to their job, then there's nothing wrong with that at all. So, but for me personally, I mean, I'm a person that just really likes to be able to de-escalate my mind outside of just going to work every single day, though. But there's more to life, in my opinion, than just going to work every day. So
And life is short and you can still have a balance. And that's something that I try to show on my channel is that you can still maintain a healthy lifestyle, a healthy social circle, enjoy the luxuries of your hard work while still working there, not letting it consume you day in and day out.
and being able to get paid while you're off work, I mean, that's a blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Very much is. So yeah, if you want to accumulate your stuff, accumulate it. You know what I'm saying? And just for maybe a rainy day, or maybe you're ill or something like that. So it can come in handy for whatever reason, though. So I mean, there's multiple reasons why you would want to, use your sick time or your annual time, to take time out for yourself, though. So absolutely.
What is something that you wish you would have known prior when you were a PSC?
Well, there's a lot of stuff as a PSC that I mean, when you're a PSC though, you don't necessarily know like what's to come unless you are a communicator and communicate with your peers that are already career. So I mean, you're just basically going with the flow, and that's fine. Go with the flow. But it doesn't. I mean, in reality, though, it doesn't really make the workload any less, in my opinion. It doesn't. I mean, so I mean, I just feel that when you do turn, no, I hate to say this, but the expectation seems like it's a little higher, for real, for real.
I
So,
noticed
I
that.
mean, it's not just all your career now, so you don't have to do nothing. No, because I mean, they already know that you know what you're doing, and they need you somewhere. You going there regardless, though. So that's all it is. So,
One thing I wish I would have known prior when I was a PSC is the fact that it doesn't matter how hard you work, because at the end of the day, if you were a slacker, they're going to treat you like you are a hard worker.
mhm. Oh, the
Oh,
sound ain't right.
I'm sorry. Is the sound cutting in and out? Okay, let's see. Let's try to adjust this.
Yeah.
How about now?
hmm Hopefully, we can get it figured out. So, hopefully, it's
Yeah,
cool now, though.
really hard to hear
Oh, okay.
everything. The
Well, we'll have
sound
to
keeps
just,
cutting out.
well, let's see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? If we need to redo this, we can redo this. But if not, then it's all
Okay.
good. Mhm.
All right. So there's something else that I wanted to ask you.
Ask all the
And
questions you need. Ask all of them.
now, how important is it for newcomers to understand and gain knowledge of their job title?
I think it's extremely important because you need to know what's expected of you. You do. And it may not be something that you probably would want to do, but just know that, hey, um, the day is going to end eventually. That's what I feel, how I feel. You're there for 8 hours. You're there to do what you need to do. Do it at the best of your ability or at the expectation. And if you don't want to stay for overtime, then you're welcome to go home. If you want to actually stay for overtime, if you're that person, um, then I encourage that as well. Who doesn't need extra money? I'm an overtime person as well, also though, and so I do my overtime. And but there's some days that I may not feel like it. And we have those days, but at least you showed up, and at least you do what you needed to do. So that's great.
Now, out of all the job titles and positions you had at the post office, which one is your least like?
Mm.
So, which one do you like the least?
I don't know. I at least well, I don't like working overnights as well. Will I? Yes. Do I like it? No. But I mean, as far as the position wise, though,
Out of everything that you ever
hmm
worked or helped
I'm
out at,
sorry, but like 2 or 3 automation. I'm just saying it because it's a lot. It's a lot because the majority of our mail is processed on the evening anyway. Well, at least that I was told though. They do a lot on tour two as well, also in the morning time. I'm not going to negate that because I already know that it, regardless of whatever you do, it's all there's always struggles and challenges to it though. But as far as like when you're trying to get that mail out for that following morning, and there's a deadline and or a certain time that you have to meet, that's what becomes kind of like that's where the anxiety kicks in. That's where the kind of like it gets kind of hectic. I mean, I'm not gonna say stressful. It can be that as well, also though. But hey, it just depends on how you deal with it. But I mean, when you have, when it's so close to actually be that mail trying to get out that following morning, though, that's where you got to put the pedal to the metal a little bit. Seriously, you know
so
what
the
I'm saying?
pressure is on.
Yeah, you
The
gotta, you
pressure is
gotta, you
definitely
gotta, you
on.
gotta turn it on. I mean, and you'll feel that. You'll feel it as well. So, but hey, it's something for everybody, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that there are so many opportunities that you can pursue in the postal service, and I'm willing to actually try. Whatever I can try. To try to figure out what works best for me. Or be able to, like I said, maneuver around. So you just won't get bored or complacent with that same job that you're doing. So if you move around, it'll create more like make the job a little funner, I guess. So. Mhm.
I like that. And it also allows you opportunity if you thought about quitting to maybe want to stay, finding where your happiness at. It might not just be in automation, and it might not be at the plant. It could be outside the plant or within somewhere in the district. We just don't know unless we do our research and find out exactly where we belong.
And like you were saying before, though, with e-career and everything else of that nature, I really don't know the ins and outs of that still. But I'm really just trying to really figure it out, though. But I mean, if you wanted to pursue opportunities in another state, or um, IRS or anything within the federal government, though, those opportunities will pop up, e-career or in some other place, though. And if you're still within the government umbrella, the federal umbrella, but you just want to try something different. And once you get your foot in the door, it'll help you, be able to transition to those positions. I feel a lot easier than if you just really you didn't work for the federal government at all. So
I always tell everyone when they were always saying, well, y'all might not have no jobs as a clerk, and what are you going to do? And I always said to myself, you have to have a plan B. And one of my plan Bs were to, if anything were to happen with the clerk craft or jobs started getting cut, I would just easily go over to Homeland Security and work as a judicial clerk.
yeah.
So there's all type of things under the government agencies that you can work for. But like I said, like you just mentioned, we have to do our research. We have to find out what's best for us. And this is why when people are saying, well, what y'all gonna do? Or they gonna be shutting down or privatize, was my question answered a little bit? I didn't see your question a little bit. What was your question?
Mhm.
Now, also, I had another question for you. Okay, I know in the past I've witnessed some of your episodes with supervisors and management. So, what are some things during those times that made you frustrated?
Just you want to hold the supervisors accountable. You do, and as a supervisor, I think you should hold yourself accountable. But it's a domino effect. It really is. So if their bosses are telling them something and then they have to end up telling you something, I do understand it, but only if it has to be within reason. It really does for me. You know, um, when you're talking about a situation, with some supervisors or whatever, I'm not gonna name no specific situations though, but just the fact of like, hey, you see I'm working, but then I guess you're not working fast enough, or they're frustrated because they're being talked down to or talked to because of the fact of they're not getting their stuff done in a timely manner. So therefore, they have to come and tell you something. So, but you have to be understanding, but you have to be fair as well. Also, that's what it comes to me. So you can be understanding and fair with employees though, and there's a certain way to come across about it as well. It's all about how you delivery and how you talk to folks. So
Okay. Um, so I also have another question for you, okay?
mhm.
Do you feel as if postal service employees are mistreated at times? And if you feel like this, why?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I do. I feel they are mistreated at sometimes though. It's just because of the fact of there's no understanding as far as when it comes to you don't there people go through a lot of stuff. They do. And it's it doesn't really seem like they care, even though they may want to care. Because everybody that's not in a higher position, they're not all like you know against the clerks or want to be. They don't want to treat people badly. They don't want to treat people badly. And I feel that from some people. But is if the understanding was there about the real life stuff that people go through, then but their job is to put that mail first. That's the only thing, and that's the only reason why we're there. Now, if the mail gets that's really the only thing that's really cared about, in my opinion. But hey, we like they want you to show up. They want you to do your job just like any other job would, and that's fine. But you can still be respectful at the same time. That's the only thing. Respect is the ultimate thing as far as when it comes to how you communicate with people and how you get positive results as far as the work ethic as well. Also, that just like I said, that's just how it feels.
How do you feel about micromanagement tactics from supervisors and management, often used at times with with good workers? Because I do feel when you're a good worker, they're standing over you, they're hovering you,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, I know my job, so why are we having this situation constantly?
Well, the micromanaging part, though, I understand it, but it depends on who you're really doing it to. Every day is not going to be a good day. It's not. I think that upper management, they know that. They should understand that. But like I said, they're being rushed at their job as far as what they're in charge of as well. So, but the micromanaging part, it just makes people feel uncomfortable, and I don't feel that that generates positive results at all. Because a lot of people, I don't know how to put it, but that doesn't work well with a lot of folks though. And if there's different ways of going about it outside of just staring at somebody, making them feel uncomfortable. Like, would nobody want that in their real life? Why would they want that in their work life as well? Also, you know, um, I've had that happen to me before. I'm not gonna lie, I have. Yeah, you just gotta try to do the best as you can. You can't please everybody, and that's
No, you
that's the
can't.
honest truth. So, yeah.
And that's how I am. If you're gonna stand over me and watch me do my job, I'm gonna let you do it. If you want to tell me how to do my job, I'm gonna let you do it. But at the end of the day, I can only control my speed. It's only one speed.
Yeah.
If I get it done, it's gonna get done. If I can't, hey, I can't. And I'm not gonna take it home with me. I'm not gonna allow myself to be stressed because you're stressed. At the end of the day, I can only do what I can do for my 8 or 12 hours and I'm gone.
hmm Yep. That's all you
That's
can
it.
do. Hey, I mean, tomorrow's a new day. So,
Now, often in letter automation, per contract, we are processing mail at DBCS machines alongside with another person who is our partner. My question to you is during your time there, how did you hold your partner in letter automation accountable for performing the job task?
I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. It really is, though. Um, if you get paired with a person that has a good work ethic that you work well with, majority of the time of the day, it'll go smoothly and y'all get y'all stuff done. But you have to be open to communication as well. Also, be just you may not be a communicator. A lot of folks, some folks are not as much nowadays. I'm very much a more transparent person, so therefore I'm willing to say just form a game plan before you even get started. Like, hey, we're gonna do this or that and the other, and they want to communicate with you. That's fine. As long as you're getting your job done. But if not, what I'm saying, they don't want to actually communicate with you. Just as long as y'all can just be on the same page on what whose role is on what we're actually doing at that certain time. Now that's all that really matters for real. Because I want to stay out the clear. I don't want to give anybody reason something to say to me. That's just me. So of course I'm gonna just try to do what I can, but at least you can just be open, with your partner about who's doing this and who's doing that, and rotating. So therefore, it makes it fair for both people, and so we can do our job together, and that makes a whole world of a difference. It really does.
I agree. It does. It does help out. You don't have to like each other. There's people that I've worked with that I absolutely could not stand.
hmm
But one thing for sure, when it was time to get that mail out, we got that mail out.
You just gotta know how to turn on and turn off. No one to kick it into gear. You know,
Yes.
just kicking in the gear when it needs to be kicked in the gear. And then once y'all get to a certain point, that's when y'all can just, what I'm saying, just like still do your work, but you ain't gotta overwork yourself. I would never encourage anybody to overwork themselves, but once you get, the gist of what you supposed to be doing done, then that allow you to just, just not kick back, but just de-escalate a little bit and just be able to just, hey, okay, we got this done, so therefore we can just, it's easy selling after this, you know. So yeah,
Now, what are some things that you would like to see supervisors and managers do more of at the plant?
be more considerate of people. That will go a long way with building respect with people. It really will. And I think you'll produce more positive results though if you're more considerate about what people are doing, and if they actually are putting in an effort, then you're like, okay, I see this person working. I'm not gonna bother them or anything like that. Now, you just tell me what you need me to do, and I'll do it. But if I'm doing what I need to do, it shouldn't be no issue. It shouldn't be no problem at all. We good. So, but of course, we all gotta answer to somebody. So
We do. Now, do you see working as a clerk is more physically demanding or mentally straining?
it's both. I really can't choose which one or the other
So you feel like
though. The
it's more of a
physical,
combination?
it is a combination. But if I had to choose one, if I had to just choose one, it is more mental for me. I really
I
would say
agree.
that. It was really more mental than anything because I don't know. You have to go in there with a clear mind. You got to go in there, with just like one of our supervisors. She said, take one deep breath in, take one deep breath out, and just prepare yourself and just go in there and try your best and just and go home. But just woosah, and just clear your mind. Like the physical wise, there's ways to navigate that. There is ways to navigate that to where you're not over strenuous yourself, or overstraining yourself. But the mental is the more thing about it to me. Um, but yeah, I don't. It's more. It's kind of hard though to say what it is, about the mental aspect of it though. That's not mean it's not there, but it's you'll have to experience it to understand it. If I could have everybody tour that building and be able to just work for like a day, depending on for what we do, then they'll understand it. But some people are more visual when it comes to explanations outside of just hearing it. You got to actually see it and do it for yourself. But definitely it's an experience for sure though. So.
And why did you choose the bid out of letter automation to work in the pouching unit?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, we grown. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that like, well, they had changed our start times from 1:30 to 3:30. I didn't like that at all. So that was strike one for me. And so then I got tired of working by myself. That is one thing that you'll have to get used to. Sometimes you might have to do a lot, if not majority of things by yourself. But you just gotta just keep moving. Like I said, them 8 hours, especially in automation, they go quick anyway. But like, you just gonna keep moving, get your steps in, get your 10,000 steps, stay busy. No, not only are you getting physical exercise, you're getting mental exercise as well, also though. So, use your break time and your lunch time to be able to de-escalate. You gotta go to your car, just sit down and just get away from people or get some fresh air. That helps as well. I'm a big stickler on that. I do that all the time. So sometimes you just be in that building for 8 hours a day. I just need to get outside and just get some fresh air. Just maybe just to clear my mind or just to get away from people. So like I said, the physical you can maneuver that. The mental, that's hey, just try whatever helps your mental. For everybody is different. So whatever helps your mental as far as getting your mind clear and off of things, then I encourage people to do that though. You know, it keeps you sane, and you know, it just it helps out quite a bit. So I know it helps me for sure. So.
Well, Chris, I thank you for coming out and talking with the Postal Besties. And for those who do not know, that today makes the 6th year that I've been on the platform and creating post office videos and helping people along the way. So happy birthday to the channel.
Happy birthday!
Happy
Woo
Big
woo!
Six. USPS vlogs. And also, you guys, we are the biggest Chiefs fans. We are from
Oh my goodness!
KC. And it's crazy that I can't believe that my hometown, right now, I can't believe KC is in my hometown. Even though KC is now my new home, they in my hometown. It just feels so much better to know that Kansas City is now in New Orleans. I can't believe it.
Yes.
I can't believe it. But we
Oh
better win.
Chiefs, please.
We gotta win. Come on, three
Yes,
P.
we have to win. Oh my
We got
goodness.
to.
I'm gonna
I
be
am
glued to
not
the
trying to
TV. I
hear.
don't know about y'all, but everybody need to watch it. And Kendrick gonna be there too. I saw all you got. So
Yes, for
yeah,
sure.
watch it.
But again, Christopher, thank you so much
Thank you for having me.
for those who missed the live. Do not worry. You can always rewind and watch it from the beginning. Thank you so much, Christopher. And let's go, KC. Let's go,
All right.
Chiefs.
Whoop
Three
whoop.
P.
All right.